Hey everyone, I'm back with another transformation. A student of mine sent me this song requesting my feedback on it. Let's give it a listen and see how we can help him.
You keep it simple, loving you. Show me your true self, so natural. You keep it simple, loving you.
Oh! Okay. We have something here. He said he's shooting for Piano Tech House and he loves what he made, but it sounds like he made it and not a professional. I really want to release this. I'm looking forward to your suggestion. Well, the good news is this song is off to a great start. And I think with the smallest edits, we can really make this song pop off. So I'm going to fix it up piece by piece and send it back to my student so he can release it. All right, let's make it sound nice. So the first critical error are these vocals.
You keep it simple, loving you.
It says they're supposed to be in F sharp minor. His chord progression. Is in F minor. That means instead of transposing down 2 semitones, he would transpose 1 semitone.
You keep it simple, loving you.
And it should sit in the pocket just like that.
You keep it simple, loving you.
I think he got this vocal on Splice because I recognize the brand, but it is like the perfect vocal. Let's go up to the main attraction, which are these piano chords. The first chord is made up of 2 F minor chords with a 7 on top. Second chord is a D flat major with a 7 on top. The actual chords sound amazing. They sound nice and rich, but there are way too many notes here. This many notes can take up too much space in the mix, and that'll take away from the bass. So I'm going to use the same chords, but remove some of the notes so that the chords take up less space. Here's the before. Now here's the same chords with less notes. Now I know they sound a little less rich, but that's okay because we have this big bass line going to fill that in. Let's listen to the bass. That bass is awesome. Problem is that it's a completely different rhythm than the chords. When your main instrument, which in this case is the chords, has its own unique rhythm, you want the bass to either match its rhythm or complement it. In this case, I just don't think the bass is complementing the chords as strong as they could be. So what I'm going to do is keep the same notes he has, but I'm going to take the rhythm from the piano and just drop it in there. I'm going to do the same for this one. Also, if we keep all these higher bass notes in the bass line, we're going to have to EQ too much out of the piano. So I'm just going to cheat and use a little less. So essentially, it's the same bass line that he had with a slightly different rhythm that matches the chords. So now that the rhythms are aligned, we'll get a tighter glue effect between the pianos and the bass, and we'll ultimately get a bigger sound. Now, if we look down here on the audio effects, he's sidechaining both the piano and bass line with compressors. I would recommend using a dedicated sidechain plugin like Nicky Romero's Kickstart because it's much easier to get a consistent sidechain throughout all of your instruments. In other words, to get the cleanest, tightest sound, you want your sidechain curves to be as close to identical as possible throughout all of your instruments. And it's very hard to achieve that with a compressor. Ooh. Okay, so now that our pianos and bass are vibing, if we listen to them in the drop, they sound good, but they don't really have that drop energy. So I'm going to enhance them a bit. In EDM, or dance music, if you take your pianos, highlight them, and increase the velocity all the way, can increase the expression. Another common enhancement is to take this OTT plugin, it's a free compressor plugin, and just add a bit. And then we can EQ it a bit to make it fit with the bass. Down here is where the bass lives, so we want to reduce this part of the piano. This way they won't compete. Another thing I want to try to increase the highs a bit. Also, another thing I just thought about, the chords never really resolve. They just repeat the exact same progression every single time. What if we went to the end of every other progression and put that note up there? So now here's our pianos before the edits. And here they are after the edits. I'm ready to dance. Let's check out the drums. First place I'm going to look is the kick. My rule with kicks is to pick a kick you don't have to do this to. This kick sounds totally fine without any EQing on it. Also, you really don't have to compress your kicks. Most kicks that you get in sample packs or sample libraries are already compressed. I'm just going to turn that off as well. We want our kick to be natural. Oh, listen to the difference. Here's the kick with effects. Here it is without. This one's way bigger and ready to rumble. Main hi-hat sounds good. He has this layer here. These sound cool, but whenever you're using a layer for something, you want to use it sparingly. It'll make the arrangement more interesting if you can have this as a layer that comes in later, instead of just that's in all the time. Also, if we go to the intro, he uses volume automation to bring in the pianos. Never use volume automation. You want control of this knob at all times because you're going to be adjusting the volume of your instruments in search for that perfect balance as you're making the song. If you automate it, it becomes stuck in the position of the automation. Also, there are more colorful ways, more creative ways to bring instruments in like this. Instead of volume automation, we could start the song like this. So I'm just going to take my EQ, I'm going to take the highest filter of the EQ, I'm just going to automate the frequencies. We're going to make them work in. The vocals will come in here. Okay, so I've done as much as I want to do before we leave it off with my student. Here's the verse into the drop before my edits.
You keep it simple, loving you. You keep it simple.
Now here it is after my edits.
Show me your true self, so natural. You keep it simple, loving you.
Nice.
You keep it simple, simple. You keep it simple, simple.
Video for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to work with me one-on-one or join my production community, I have links for both of those services in the description below this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video lesson.